Hi, I'm going to talk about writing formal lab reports and break the sections down into a few different videos. For this first video, we're going to talk about the title and abstract, as well as highlight some of the key things that happen throughout all of the sections and why a lab report may be important. So, the purpose of a scientific lab or research report is to reveal to other scientists data that's been collected and what you think that means. So, your interpretation of your own results. The report must be written as clearly and concisely as possible so that the reader can grasp the material quickly and easily repeat your experiment and expand upon your own research. Whether you're writing a lab report for a course, a publication, a journal article, the format is very similar to what I'm about to describe. Couple things to take a note: always write in past tense, never use personal pronouns. This is why it's called a formal lab report. You're also not telling a story, you're stating the facts. So you're going to be as clear and concise as possible, just laying out exactly how the lab was done, what was recorded, and your own interpretations. These are the different components of a lab report. So you have the title, the abstract, the introduction, method, and the materials are kind of within the method, results, discussion, conclusion, and references. In this video, we're going to talk about the title and the abstract. So the title of a scientific paper should clearly and concisely indicate exactly what was studied in the lab. It is to be centered at the top on the first page, and the remainder of the report should be immediately beneath this information. A title page is not necessary. Some teachers may ask for one. In my opinion, it's a waste of paper, and you won't see them in professional journal articles. The title should be less than 20 words total, but fairly descriptive, and it should include all the independent and dependent variables that are appropriate for your lab. So, looking at a few examples here, and indicating that the first one, just stating aluminum phosphate precipitate formal lab report, this may be like the title of a lab worksheet that you got. This is not actually indicating what is being studied, so that would not be a good title. How sodium phosphate and aluminum nitrate react. That's a little bit better than the first example, but still doesn't go right into the details of what is actually being studied. How they react is very general. What are you looking at with their reaction? So also not a good title. The third here, the percent yield of aluminum phosphate during a reaction between sodium phosphate and aluminum nitrate, tells exactly which reactants you're using, and by stating the percent yield, it states what you're actually looking for as the results of your lab. So that would be a good title. The second part that I'm going to talk about in the video is the abstract. Now, the abstract is often written last, after the rest of the report is completed, but if you're writing the report in different parts and the abstract is the only part you need to hand in, then it's a summary of all the stuff that you did in the lab. It's a condensed summary of the entire paper that allows readers to quickly determine whether the report itself is relevant to the topic being researched. So you may find, if you're in university now or thinking about university, that you read a lot of journal articles and sometimes have to pay for the rest of the report, but the abstract is always free. I always say this is kind of like the back of the book, but it gives away the ending. You have the little summary of the purpose, the method, the results, and the discussion, and you can state the purpose and conclusion right in the abstract. It should be immediately after the title, and about 100 to 200 words total. You're going to have about 1 to 2 sentences summarizing the purpose, method, results, and any other significant findings that you seem necessary. This is like a preview. This is the place where you are telling the scientific world, this is what I am going to do, how I did it, and the results that I got.